So this tutorial I'm going to be going over the avatar in Pokemon Go, the girl avatar and the clothing I chose for her. So basically this is kind of like a tutorial on how you can body paint clothing. So what you see me wearing right here, it's all paint. Team Mystic right here. In the comments below, leave the team that you are on because I would love to know what my viewers' teams are. So if you're wondering how to paint on clothes, or for some reason you just decided that you are over clothes and you just want to paint your clothes on, this tutorial is for you. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If I get enough thumbs up, I'm thinking that I will go out, or my friend, because I'm better at recording than most of my friends, so that's why I say I'll probably have to do the makeup on my friend, but do the makeup on a friend and have them dress up as like Pikachu and then go out and play Pokemon Go like on the weekend where it's busy and people are out, just to like see people's reaction. It probably wouldn't be a full-on body paint because they'll get arrested more than likely if I send them out in the nude, but I'll do their makeup. So if that's something you want to see, make sure you give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not subscribed so you'll be notified every single time I upload. With that being said, let's begin the video.
So we're going to be applying the base colors first. The first color I'm taking is white, and I'm using it to apply the base color for the t-shirt that is under the jacket and the collar of the jacket. It's nice to have a reference picture, but there's not many reference pictures for the Pokemon trainer that are large enough where you can really see all the details, so it's best just to open up your Pokemon Go app and go off of your trainer. Now you're going to take your red color and you're going to use it to outline where the straps to the backpack are, and you want to outline the stripes on the side of the jacket where there's like white stripes. I mean, it might be different if you're body painting the suit that you chose, but like I said, I'm going off of my Pokemon trainer's clothing. You want to make sure you outline these areas instead of painting the entire jacket red right off the back, because if you do that and then you try to paint the white stripes on, of course you're going to get pink, and then if you mix the black and the red, it's just going to create a really dark red color. So you just want to make sure you don't apply any paint to these designated areas. Now you're going to take a black paint and use that as the base color for the backpack straps. I forgot to paint on the choker while I had the red paint out, so I'm doing that now. And then I'm going to take an orange paint and use it to paint the top part of the shirt that's under the jacket. And then I am going to take the white paint and use it to highlight the inner corner of the jacket where it's white, because you want that area to look lifted, and highlighting it with the white paint is going to help that area look more lifted. So you want that area to be the whitest out of everything, just so it looks like the jacket is lying on top of the shirt. Now that we've got the base colors, we need to start adding definition to everything. So I'm going in with my black paint and creating small, thin little lines where the jacket and the shirt meet. Again, this is going to help the jacket look like it's lying on top of the t-shirt rather than I just painted one big weird looking bodysuit. Now mix together a deep red color, and you're going to use that to shade around the edges of the jacket and around your chest area. So just the outer edges of it, so where your shoulders and breasts meet, or if you don't have breasts, where your shoulders and your chest meet, you're going to apply that. You're just going to add shadows just around anywhere the jacket meets something. So where the jacket meets the collar, where the jacket meets the backpack straps, where the jacket and the stripes on the arm meet. You just want to shade all of these areas. Of course, you don't want to forget to do the same to the choker. After I've done that, we're going to start detailing the backpack straps. So mix together a light gray color and you apply that to the center of the strap. This is going to help highlight that area, so the darker black colors on the sides of the strap help it look more raised. And then you're going to go in with a white paint and you're going to paint little lines that go through the edges of the straps. So this is going to start adding detail to it, so it looks actually like a backpack strap where there's lots of knitting and a little stitching going through it. And after I've done that, I mix together a light gray paint, so one that's lighter than the one I used as the center color for the strap, and I just pounce my brush all around it so it creates this texture that looks almost like it's a leather type of strap. So you just pounce your brush everywhere so you can get that texture appearance. I wanted to add some elements to this look that look a little bit more realistic, just because I didn't really want to paint it exactly the way that it looks in Pokemon Go. I wanted it to look a little bit more like the Pokemon trainer is brought to life. So now I go back with that deep red paint I mixed together, and I use it to create wrinkles where the arms are. So basically she has rolled up sleeves. So to create this, I take my brush and I make kind of like a squiggly line going through the arms, just around them, to make it look like the sleeves are rolled up. Because you don't really want to make wrinkles per se, you need it to look like it's rolled up. So that's what I did. I just kind of make a weird, almost snaky design around the arms. Why I said snaky, I don't really know. That sometimes I make words up. Where the jacket and the shirt meet, where it kind of cuts into that V, you want to make sure that you have that deep red color there so that the jacket looks like it's lying on top of the shirt. You need a darker color in that area to help it look like that. Now I take a stippling brush, which is a brush that has a bunch of little pricky like looking hairs to it, and I mix together a light red color that I pounce all over the jacket. The same thing that I did to the straps with that brush, I do the exact same type of thing to the jacket because I want to make it look more realistic and give it some texture, so it's not just a flat red color with some shading. I want it to look like there's little knitting inside of it. So I just pounce the brush everywhere. This is also going to add a highlight to the jacket, so it's not just the red color and the deep red color. It's going to add a bunch of different tones of red that you need to make it look more realistic. Now it's time to start detailing the white areas. So mix together a very light gray paint. You apply that to the bottom portion of the collar. You don't want to apply it to the top portion because, like I said, any area you want to make look more raised, you want it to be light. So a light white color. So you want the top of the collar to look more raised and look like it's lying on top of the skin. So just apply that light gray color to the bottom of the collar, and this is going to help do that. Then you take the light gray color and you apply it right where the collar and the t-shirt meet, so you can start creating a shadow there. So you take the light gray color, you apply it, and you start blending it out toward the center of the t-shirt. You're also going to have to mix a bunch of gray tones and use them to create wrinkles on top of the t-shirt, and you just create wrinkles by basically kind of making squiggly lines. And if you add too much black or you think the color's too dark, you can go back in with your white paint and just kind of make it a lighter color, because I did that quite a few times. So you just want to create lots of wrinkles on top of that shirt. Time for my absolute favorite thing to do when I face paint, and that's creating shadows using eyeshadow. So you're going to take a gray paint and you're going to use that to create shadows where the collar and the t-shirt meet, as well as where the collar meets your skin, and you just blend it out very, very lightly so it's not too harsh. You don't want a very harsh shadow there. And I'm using a thin, small paintbrush to do this, just because I can be very detailed with it and I can't be as detailed with a bigger brush. It's okay to use a bigger brush where the t-shirt meets the skin and where the collar meets the skin, but where the collar meets the t-shirt, it's nicer to use a thin, small paintbrush. Now you're going to use a black eyeshadow to shade under the backpack straps to make it look more lifted. So basically you apply the black eyeshadow where the backpack strap meets your arms, and then you blend that eyeshadow out just a little bit, not too much, but blend it out so that the backpack straps start to look more lifted. I decided to use that black eyeshadow to shade a bit on top of the jacket. I feel like eyeshadow just adds a different, unique look to face paint. Like, it helps add a lot to a face paint look, and it just brings a different, unique texture and depth to a look. So that's why I decided to add a little bit of it on top of the jacket, and then I used a little bit of it to create more depth where the jacket and t-shirt meet. But I make sure I take my brush and I dust it lightly on the back of my hand to make sure not a lot of black eyeshadow goes on top of the shirt. Otherwise, it's just going to mess it all up and I won't be able to undo that. So this tutorial isn't 20 minutes long. I'm going to go over really quick how I painted the belt. You painted the exact same way that you painted the jacket. You're going to have your base color. Where it's black, you just use black, or it's white, you use white, and where it's orange, you just use an orange. Then you want to take a lighter tone of each of those colors and use it to highlight the buckle, the straps, where that white part is. And then you want to shade as well. So you just take a black eyeshadow and you shade under the belt to make it look more lifted, and then you shade a little bit on top of the buckle as well, to create the depth and the texture that you need there. And then remember, when you're body painting clothing, you always want to use different tones of different colors, so that will create the shadows and the highlights that you need to make it look more realistic. Moving on to the face, you want to use a full coverage foundation and apply that anywhere your skin is showing on the top part, because you don't really have to apply that to your hands, but where your face and neck is, you want to apply it there because you want your skin to look as flawless as possible. Now you're going to take a concealer that's a few shades lighter than your natural skin tone, and you're going to use it to highlight the top of your cheekbones, center of your forehead, bridge of the nose, and your chin. If you look at the Pokemon trainers, they have these shadows that are around their face. So you're going to take a concealer that is darker than your natural skin tone. You're going to apply that on top of the eyelid and around the face. So around the forehead, right under the cheekbones to make them look slimmer. You're going to apply that around the chin. Even where the collarbone is, you want to apply that. You just want to create shadows with a concealer that's a few shades darker than your natural skin tone, because it's going to look more nicely blended out, because if you apply eyeshadow on top of the concealer, you're going to have a really hard time blending that out, and you don't really want to use face paint because the face paint might look too harsh. We're almost done. Go back with your black paint and use it to paint on your eyebrows. I decided to follow my natural eyebrow shape just because I knew no matter what I was going to look a little bit weird, so I think I would look less weird if I follow my natural eyebrow shape. But the Pokemon trainer has rounded out eyebrows. Mine's are very arched and I just kept it that way. After I've done that, I take that paint and I create a line going through the mouth, and you want to curve it out a little bit. Anyways, just a little bit at the outer corners of the mouth. The one thing I don't like about body painting tutorials is they take so long to do, and they're just longer than usual. I like my tutorials to be shorter ideally, but it's just too much detailing goes into these looks, so I have to explain it. Anyways, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take a black eyeliner pencil and you're going to use it to line your entire lash line. You're also going to create a wing with it. You want to make sure you create a nice wing because the Pokemon trainer has a wing. You're also going to create a point in the inner corner of the eye to make the eyes look a little bit more like the Pokemon trainer. The Pokemon trainer has really long eyelashes, especially at the outer corner, so I ended up using the liner to create just a lash type of design on the lower lash line, just like one single lash. Then I applied mascara and lashes. I applied 3 layers of eyelashes because I wanted my lashes to look huge so that my eyes would look bigger, because the Pokemon trainer has big eyes. My hair is really long, so I couldn't create the bangs without using a wig. So I ended up using a short black wig and I put it on top of my head. Then I took my natural hair and looped it through the hat. The hat is just a black hat I got from Michael's, and then I used yellow craft foam to cut out the design for the hat, and then I glued that onto the hat. So that's it for the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you don't, I hope you get nothing but rat-a-tat-tas when you play. I'm joking though, for real, because there's so many rat-a-tat-tas. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.